Weather Window, presented by the National Weather Desk.
A gorgeous Little Rock sunrise Thursday ahead of possible severe weather expected through the weekend. And later, this pea-sized hail fell in another part of the city. Ending with a little animal fun, this bear having a ball with a backyard swing in Asheville. And a dog and a deer make friends on a sunny day in central Michigan.
For more content like this, follow the National Weather Desk on Instagram.
As spring rolls on, orchardists are looking out for when their trees will blossom. We turn to Michigan, where there's been a chilly start to the year. Daniel Zivian has more on what to expect for this year's fruit crop.
For farmers like John King, it's time to check his work.
The last 2 nights have been very cold, and you can see that the petals have turned brown and are burned, and they don't look very good. But if we pick one of these blooms and we peel back the husk, still looks pretty healthy. Apparently the bees had already done their work, and the apricots are starting.
Spring at King Orchards will mean more visitors. The remaining stock of t-shirts will soon be joined by fresh fruit, especially cherries. King says the cherry crop is looking up even in a strange year like this.
Ordinarily, we have a lot of anxiety as we get into April and May over frost damaging the blossoms and cold weather. This year, that anxiety started in January when all the snow melted. Tarts would probably be more at risk. They're more volatile for us anyway. But the sweet cherries look good. I haven't checked the tarts yet, but we're still optimistic.
But he cannot let his guard down. It was less sleep for King, who checked weather data on his phone.
Boy, it was right down to 28 and 27 degrees, which we think they can still handle, although we're not sure.
Despite the stress, spring is here and business will go on.
I ordered trees last winter. They're here. It's always very exciting to plant a new orchard.
Today is Arbor Day, when many choose to plant trees. Meteorologist Emily Gracie shows us many ways they make our world a better place.
This Arbor Day, we celebrate the magnificent trees that grace our parks, line our streets, and fill our forests, providing immense benefits to our lives. Here are 10 ways trees are enhancing our world every day. Trees help us breathe. A single large tree can produce a day's supply of oxygen for up to 4 people. Trees clean our air and reduce the impacts of climate change. They absorb carbon dioxide, removing and storing the carbon while releasing oxygen back into the atmosphere. Trees contribute to our health. A study across 10 cities found community forests save an average of 1 life each year. Trees benefit wildlife by providing vital habitat and helping to maintain healthy waterways, ensuring ecosystem balance and biodiversity can thrive. Trees can help clean our drinking water, as forested watersheds provide quality drinking water to more than 180 million Americans. Trees provide much-needed cooling by lowering surface and air temperatures through shade. Trees can increase our property values. In Portland, Oregon, homes with street trees sold for $7,130 more on average and 1.7 days faster. Trees help us save energy. Carefully positioned trees can reduce a household's energy consumption for heating and cooling up to 25%. Trees help reduce crime. Outdoor spaces with trees as part of the natural landscape experience less graffiti, vandalism, and littering compared to plantless spaces. Trees build community by reducing stress, improving overall health and development in children, and encouraging physical activity. A healthy community-wide tree canopy fosters economic advantages and increases civic pride among residents. So grab a friend and a seedling and head out to celebrate this 152-year-old holiday. For the National Weather Desk, I'm meteorologist Emily Gracie.
Planting season is underway. Time to bring life back to planters and gardens. So what is trending this year at your local garden nursery? Meteorologist Amy Aronson spoke to an expert about popular plants this season.
It's gardening season, so let's talk about the top trending plants for spring 2024 with Carol Jacobs from Bell Nursery in Baltimore, Maryland.
One of my new favorites is this PW quart-sized perennial. So perennial is something that's going to come back year after year, and I get so many requests for deer-resistant product. This is called Nepeta Catmint. It's deer-resistant, it's beautiful, and it's fragrant. So this is one of my recommendations for this year, and it's great for somebody who doesn't have a big garden, doesn't want to get a big shovel. You can just use a hand trowel and get this in the ground.
Does it need sun?
This needs full sun. Number two would be this fuchsia. I think this is pretty much one of everybody's favorite hanging baskets, especially around Mother's Day. We sell tons of these. It's for the shade, but it's got these beautiful, beautiful bell-like flower petals. It comes in the red and the purple. It comes in a pink and a red and a pink and a purple. It's just delightful, and I think everybody who gets one loves these.
Next up is the perfect plant for the gardener who doesn't really want to get their hands dirty.
You literally can drop and decorate. You have a pot, it's got a little soil in it, it's okay. Drop this in, you have instant impact, instant color, simple, successful, beautiful.
And then comes the ferns. They actually come in all shapes and sizes.
They love shade, so if you put them in the sun, they're going to get a little sunburn. And then if you scoot over here, we've got these really cute mini ferns. So these are great if you just want to add a little texture to a flower pot in the shade. So these are wonderful too.
And that's a wrap. Happy gardening, everybody. I'm meteorologist Amy Aronson in Baltimore, Maryland.
Wednesday was the second annual Right Whale Day in Massachusetts. Several dozen have been spotted by the Center for Coastal Studies. It's the time of year where whales are found off that coast, dining on plankton. Meteorologist Nick Russo explains why this mammal gets a special day in the Bay State.
This is one picture just from a couple weeks ago, southeast of Chatham. Each of these whales can be identified based on markings on them that are called callosities. This particular whale's called Swerve. That's the name that's been given to this whale. And these callosities are awfully similar to human fingerprints. No two are exactly alike. That's those white patches on their head. And they're used to identify each individual whale, which has been cataloged by the New England Aquarium. So this picture, again, taken by the Center for Coastal Studies during one of their aerial surveys. They do these as often as they can, whenever the weather allows them to. And we have clear skies, they get out and fly over Cape Cod Bay and take a look at these whales. There's only 360 alive today. That makes the North Atlantic right whale one of the most endangered, not just whales, but mammals on Earth. And their numbers have declined from around 500 back in 2010. The reason they became endangered in the first place is because back in the whaling days, they were considered the right whale to hunt. That's how they got their name. Now we call them the right whale to save. But they're still dying due to human impacts. Ship strikes, entanglements, and fishing rope are the primary reasons these whales are dying. 19 calves were born this winter off the coast of the southeastern U.S., but 5 of those have likely died, again, according to the New England Aquarium. And people must stay at least 500 yards away. But you can actually see these whales from the beaches on Cape Cod during the month of April.
And as we go to break, we celebrate trees and forests on this Arbor Day 2024.
Good Friday morning, everyone. I'm meteorologist Andrew Buck-Michael. We have the potential for some strong to severe thunderstorms today, so make sure that you are weather aware if you're going to be anywhere around the Midwest throughout the day today. But warm, a lot of us in the 60s or 70s, a little cooler to the north in the 50s. As we take a look ahead to the day tomorrow, still staying pretty mild for most of the Midwest with the scattered rain across the area. And this pattern is going to continue to roll on into Sunday and even next week with a lot of temperatures above normal.
Good morning, I'm meteorologist Alex Garcia. Here's a look at your regional weather. We've got some storms early this morning from Oklahoma all the way down into the Dallas area. Otherwise, temperatures into the 60s and 70s down to the south. Pretty warm, pretty humid. Weak cold front pushing through. We could see some significant hail with storms all the way from Oklahoma into Arkansas and into northeast Texas a little bit later in the day. Temperatures will be warming up. Pretty warm for this time of the year and humid as well. I'm meteorologist Alex Garcia. That's a look at your regional weather.
Well, hi there, everybody, and good Friday morning, the final one of April. I'm meteorologist Shannon O'Donnell. Out west, we're cooling down in the deserts. We were in the triple digits earlier this week in Phoenix, but back down to a more reasonable 82 in the Valley of the Sun. Upper 60s in the Mile High and 55 today out of Portland. That's because scattered showers continue to roll through the Pacific Northwest. It'll be gusty at times today in the deserts of Southern California. And that's the scene from here.
You are watching the National Weather Desk.
It's another big weekend for motorsports. Meteorologist Brandon Lawson has the weather outlook for some of the big races.
Meteorologist Brandon Lawson, NASCAR heads to Dover, Delaware this weekend. They'll be on the concrete at the Monster Mile. Should be a lot of fun there. We've got a great forecast for it. If you headed out today, it's just a little chilly. Temperatures will be in the 50s through the day today. So make sure you bring a lighter jacket, even a blanket if you're going to be out for the Xfinity Series practice and qualifying. Probably have some late model racing or some other short track racing later today too in Dover. So just bundle up for it. It is going to get a little chillier as we go into tonight. As you go into the day on Saturday, still plenty of sun. The sun might make it feel warmer, but we're still in the 50s. Cup practice and qualifying. Definitely want to have a lighter jacket, maybe even a blanket handy for the Xfinity race on Saturday afternoon. Sunday, that's when we warm things up in Delaware. We're back in the 70s again. Temperatures going to be in the 70s on Sunday for the Cup race. Gorgeous weather, plenty of sunshine. Just make sure you're wearing the sunscreen all weekend. Although it's not going to be extremely warm, still want to have that sunscreen to protect your skin. I'm meteorologist Brandon Lawson. Take care and enjoy the Monster Mile this weekend.
For more great weather content, check us out on social media. Just search the National Weather Desk. Back after this. Thank you so much for looking in. I'm glad you're able to join me. Monday on the National Weather Desk, an exclusive look at dolphins off the coast of South Carolina, that they are learning a new way to catch their prey. I'm meteorologist Steve Rudin from WJLA in Washington, D.C. I'll see you back here on Monday.